Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. And be ready with questions. खूब सारे questions आप पूछेंगे तो it is really interesting. So पहले हम जो आज आएंगे उससे पहले we will just do a quick revision of what we have done till now, just to um, revise, and then we will do this. हमने किया था. अब now can you connect with this? We did spelling, we are doing punctuation, we did the semicolon, colon yesterday, capitalization आज हम करेंगे, quotation आज हम करेंगे, hyphen हमने कर लिया, italics also we are going to be doing today. So ये सब आपके aspects हमने cover किए हैं. आपका राइटिंग मैकेनिक्स का जो मैंने पहले बताया था, थॉट्स बीइंग कन्वेड पे फोकस रखना, जो एग्जांपल से हमने किया था, कोहेरेंस एंड कोहेजन, important to make comprehension easier, eliminating mental friction and reducing the risk of an interpretational error. जो हमने दो एग्जांपल्स कल किए थे, वो those examples were taken to highlight these points. आपने ही देखा कि थोड़ी सी लैंग्वेज चेंज होने से आपका मीनिंग कितना क्लियर हो गया. पहले वाले में आपके थोड़े से फोकस इधर उधर हो सकता है बिकॉज मीनिंग इज नॉट कमिंग आउट क्लियर एंड द कॉम्प्रिहेंशन इज नॉट दैट इजी. देयर कुड बी इंटरप्रिटेशनल एरर, बट थोड़ा सा हमने रीएडजस्टमेंट किया एंड एवरीथिंग जस्ट फेल इन प्लेस. सो आपका जो लिखेंगे उसमें आपका क्लैरिटी, मतलब इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट वन पॉइंट, दैट पॉइंट हैज टू बी very clearly stated. उसमें ambiguity नहीं होनी चाहिए. If you are modifying the word, bring the modifier close to that word. ऐसा नहीं कि modified word कहीं है और modifier कहीं और है. This will not bring in the clarity. So modifiers हमने कल इसीलिए किए थे. Coherence जैसे हमने कहा that computer cannot check for you. Coherence is something which a human brain has to find out, whether it is looking coherent or not, because laptop, your computer will just tell you grammatically correct है, incorrect है, बाकी उसे कोई coherence से मतलब नहीं है. So we have to see if the ideas are progressing in the right manner. Cohesion, if the ideas are all connected, and then of course there has to be correctness and consistency, grammar and vocabulary and all. Okay, फिर हमने ये किया था. This was, we have already been doing much of this. ये sounds of English vowels and consonants which I wanted to introduce, long vowels, short vowels. I'm sure now this will make a lot more sense. So what are we talking about? The long vowels are the names of the vowels, where the sounds are the names. Sounds जो हैं और letters के जो नाम हैं वो दोनों एक है ना? Yes, any question? और जो शॉर्ट वॉवल्स हैं उसमें साउंड चेंज हो जाता है. ए जब आ बन गया या बन गया, सो दैट्स अ शॉर्ट वॉवल. और ए का साउंड जहां ए है, दैट इज अ लॉन्ग वॉवल. बस यही याद रखना है. ई. अब इसमें होता क्या है? व्हाई डू वी नीड टू नो दिस? ये हमें इसलिए जानना है कि जैसे हम कितनी बार, छोटी सी चीज है पेन या टेस्ट, है ना, तो कितनी बार मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को सुना है कि पेन और पेन, पेन पेन माने PAIN, पेन, वहां पे लॉन्ग वॉवल साउंड है तो इट इज पेन. आई एम हैविंग पेन इन माय स्टमक, गिव मी अ पेन. तो ये पेन इज अ शॉर्ट वॉवल साउंड and pain is a long vowel sound because it is like A. पर जैसे test, we have a test tomorrow, that's a short vowel sound. And how does this taste? So taste becomes long vowel sound. अब क्योंकि दोनों में distinction नहीं होता है तो pen becomes pain, give me your pain. तो पेन तो डिफरेंट हो गया ना, मीनिंग डिफरेंट हो गया बिकॉज द साउंड हैज चेंज्ड. और कभी कभी मुझे पेन हो रहा है, सर में पेन हो रहा है, तो वो भी गलत है. तो पेन और पेन, टेस्ट एंड टेस्ट, बहुत सारे ऐसे आप देखेंगे कि थोड़ा सा. और वो हमें पता कैसे चलता है? यूजुअली जहाँ पे ई आ रहा है, दिस इज कॉल्ड साइलेंट ई. तो टेस्ट में TASTE, ई जहाँ आ गया एंड में, ए का साउंड चेंज हो गया. और PANE पेन जो होता है वो विंडो पेन होता है, तो वहां भी पेन। और PAIN, अब इसमें क्या हुआ, टू वॉवल्स आ गए। तो अगर टू वॉवल्स आ गए तो जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिए थे, गोट में ओ साउंड, तो A एंड I है, तो जो फर्स्ट वॉवल का साउंड है उसी को हम मानते हैं। हम पाइन नहीं बोलेंगे उसको, पेन ऐसा होगा। ठीक है, सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द लिटिल लिटिल रूल्स दैट वी शुड कीप इन माइंड। अब जैसे यही है, मैड एंड मेड, बिट एंड बाइट, कैन एंड केन, सो टब एंड ट्यूब, दिस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन। सी एंड जी का हमने डिफरेंस किया, और सिलेबल अंडरस्टैंड किया कि सिलेबल्स से प्रोनाउंसिएशन बनते हैं। तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन जब भी हो, अब जैसे एक वर्ड है प्रोनाउंसिएशन, इसी वर्ड को बहुत सारे लोग प्रोनाउंसिएशन बोलते हैं। अब उसमें गड़बड़ क्या हो गई कि pronunciation is the noun, the verb is pronounce, तो how do you pronounce this word, तो ये वर्ब है। और उस प्रोनाउंस से आपका जो वर्ड बना वो है प्रोनाउंसिएशन। अब अगर आपको प्रोनाउंसिएशन की स्पेलिंग करनी है तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन, सो आपका ये डिफरेंट सिलेबल्स में आपने कर दिया, और फिर हर सिलेबल में एक वॉवल आएगा, तो प्र, PRONUNCIATION, so this helps in understanding spelling and sounds better, इसलिए हमने इसको किया था। फिर हमने डिफरेंट रूल्स किए थे, फ्लॉस रूल किया था, अगर एंड में FLS आ रहा है तो लेटर इज डबल्ड। फिर कॉन्सोनेंट डबल कब होता है, जब वन सिलेबल वन फाइनल कॉन्सोनेंट होता है और शॉर्ट वॉवल होता है, तो ये सब थोड़े से रूल हैं। और हमेशा ये याद रखिए कि अगर वॉवल आ रहा है तो डोंट चेंज इट इनटू उसके उसमें ING लगाने से पहले आपको ये वॉवल को हटाना पड़ेगा। पर अगर वॉवल नहीं आ रहा है तो आपका ING लग सकता है, बट अगर सिंगल सिलेबल है देन प्लीज डबल द कॉन्सोनेंट। सो दैट इज द रूल। और हमने राइटिंग का एग्जाम्पल लिया था कि कई बार गड़बड़ हो जाता है। So then these are some of the word roots. Whenever you are learning a word, कोई भी word है, और आपको ये भाषा में और इंटरेस्ट लेने के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा मेथड है ये कि भाई मैंने कोई वर्ड पढ़ा, उसका रूट वर्ड क्या हो सकता है। तो जब हम शब्दों को भी अगर हम आइसोलेशन में लर्न करें कि भाई मैंने एक वर्ड याद कर लिया, फोटोसिंथेसिस, बस, और फोटोसिंथेसिस की डेफिनेशन कर ली, फोटोसिंथेसिस कर लिया, पर अगर मैंने बाकी उससे कनेक्टेड नहीं वर्ड्स किए तो फिर मेरा फोटोसिंथेसिस कुछ टाइम के बाद भूल भी सकती हूँ मैं। तो जैसे देखिए, फोटो मीन्स लाइट, synthesis means joining together. So anything, the process in which the plants are making food for themselves in the presence of light by joining together different components is the process of photosynthesis. तो synthesis से और क्या words हो सकते हैं, फोटो से और क्या क्या वर्ड्स हो सकते हैं, तो आपको फिर और आपका वोकैबुलरी स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाएगा। मैन्यूस्क्रिप्ट, किसी भी चीज को आप देखेंगे, ऑडियंस सॉर्ट के हमने बताए थे, जियोलॉजी, सो जियो से कितने वर्ड्स हो सकते हैं, लॉजी से कितने वर्ड्स हो सकते हैं, फिर आपका जो वर्ड शब्दों का खजाना है वो बढ़ता ही जाएगा, बढ़ता ही जाएगा। सो दैट बिकम्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग। जैसे हमने ये यहाँ पे वर्ड्स किए थे, स्पेलिंग किया, फिर वर्ड डिविजन किया, जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड हाइफन, कंपाउंड वर्ड्स एंड कंपाउंड नंबर्स में कैसे होता है, देन वी डिड दीज फॉरेन वर्ड्स। ठीक है, तो आप इसको एक बार फिर से देख सकते हैं, देयर इज रिकॉर्डिंग ऑलरेडी अपलोडेड ऑन यूट्यूब, सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस बेटर। एंड सैम्पल फिर हमने किया था टू अंडरस्टैंड कोहेरेंस एंड कोहेजन। आई एम श्योर इफ यू रीड दिस टुडे, आप खुद ही मुझे बताएंगे कि इसमें कितने सारे करेक्शंस हो सकते हैं। शायद बहुत सारे करेक्शंस ऐसे हो सकते हैं जो कि हमने नहीं अभी टैप किए हैं, और आप इसे और भी बेहतर बना सकते हैं। सो एनीबडी जैसे यहाँ पे अब आप पढ़ेंगे, आई रियली वांट यू ऑल टू रीड विथ अ डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव नाउ in this chapter the basic concepts, embedded system types, challenges and issues जो हमने कल डिस्कस किया था. Can you spot those challenges that this passage is posing? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? तो थोड़ा सा हमने इसको इधर इधर किया तो कैसे ये चीजें चेंज हो गई. सो दैट इज व्हाट लैंग्वेज इज ऑल अबाउट. ये भी भाषा है, ये भी भाषा है, पर भाषा को थोड़ा सा किस तरीके से हमें सजा के प्रस्तुत करना है वो हमारी कला है. एंड बिकॉज वी आर इन द फील्ड ऑफ एजुकेशन, लैंग्वेज वेदर वी आर explaining something or discussing something or giving instructions or motivating, हर चीज में भाषा इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट होती है क्योंकि वो किसी का आपका काम करा भी सकती है और आपका काम बिगाड़ भी सकती है. बोथ द वेज. आपका मूड खराब भी कर सकती है, मूड अच्छा भी कर सकती है. भाषा के पास इतनी ताकत है. So because we are the educators and we are influencing so many lives, so मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि we should really have a very strong hold over this wonderful tool that we have. हमारे पास ये एक tool है to make a larger impact, language. And through this session, the mechanics of writing और जो आपकी literature की research की जो भाषा है, that has to be very very powerful. So phrases हमने किए, clauses हमने किए, dependent and independent clauses किए, difference between phrase, dependent and independent clause, modifiers हमेशा याद रखिएगा. And now conjunctions किए हमने, coordinating conjunctions. Do you remember coordinating conjunctions? खाली fanboys याद रखना है. fanboys acronym है. तो फैन बॉयज अगर आप याद रखेंगे तो आपका फॉर, एंड, नॉर, बट, और, येट, सो, तो वो अपने आप ही आपका यहाँ पे रजिस्टर हमेशा इट विल स्टे. और ये जो फैन बॉयज वाले जो जब भी कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शंस होते हैं वो सेंटेंसेस हमारे कंपाउंड सेंटेंसेस हो जाते हैं. और कंपाउंड सेंटेंसेस में कंजंक्शंस के पहले कॉमा लगता है. ठीक है. कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंसेस में तब लगेगा जब डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज पहले आएगा. अगर डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज बाद में आ रहा है तो कॉमा नहीं लगेगा. एज सिंपल एज दैट. ओके, सो दिस इज कंजंक्शंस. वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन दिस. कोरिलेटिव कंजंक्शंस जिसमें आपके कोरिलेटिव बोथ, एंड, आइदर, और, नाइदर, नॉर, वेदर, और, not only but also, such that, scarcely, when, no sooner than. इसमें मैंने ज्यादा एम्फेसाइज इसलिए नहीं किया क्योंकि पंक्चुएशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इसमें कुछ भी आपको ऐड नहीं करना है. सिंपली यूज द कंजंक्शंस wherever they need to be utilized. ओके. फिर हमने ये सबऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शंस किए थे. and then we did conjuncting adverbs, joining clauses, the conditions for joining clauses, then punctuation में comma, semicolon, and colon we had done yesterday. So now today is the third day and today is the final day also. So we will just start with an activity first. ये सब मैं फिर से नहीं कर रही हूँ. You can already go through this. Okay, day 3. We are coming to day 3. Any questions till now? Are we okay with whatever we have done? आगे बढ़ने से पहले अगर आपके कोई questions है तो आप please questions पूछ सकते हैं. And if all okay, then we can just proceed. No questions? Okay, we just start. So day 3. अब मैं आपको ये बताऊंगी कि सेंटेंस एरर्स कैसे होते हैं. कहाँ कहाँ हमारी आप जब खुद ही का चेक करेंगे तो व्हाट आर द फीचर्स दैट यू हैव कीप इन योर अटेंशन, है ना. तो आई होप दिस, जिनके पास मोबाइल होगा, आई डोंट नो इफ दे कैन सी द स्लाइड क्लियरली, बट इफ यू आर ऑन लैपटॉप आई एम श्योर इट विल बी visible enough. Can everyone see the slide? This is very important. और अगर आप इसका स्क्रीन शॉट भी ले सकते हैं, if you are on the mobile, और पिक्चर ले सकते हैं. Yes, okay. तो आपके सेंटेंसेस में चैलेंजेस कब कब आएंगे, है ना? वी शुड बी केयरफुल अबाउट दैट. सो सबसे पहले आपका सेंटेंस एक फ्रेगमेंट हो सकता है, मतलब ये कंप्लीट सेंटेंस नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि उसमें या तो सब्जेक्ट मिसिंग है या वर्ब मिसिंग है. दैट मीन्स इट इज मोर ऑफ अ फ्रेज. सो अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि इसमें हर में सेंटेंस में देखिए सब्जेक्ट है, वर्ब है, और अगर उसके जो आपके कनेक्टिंग वर्ड्स हैं वो उसके साथ मैच हो रहे हैं कि नहीं हो रहे हैं. सो आपका इनकम्प्लीट सेंटेंसेस कब हो सकते हैं? जब इसमें वर्ब या सब्जेक्ट मिसिंग हो, और कंप्लीट सेंटेंस तो आपने कर दिया पर वो इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज नहीं है, वो डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज वाला सेंटेंस बन गया. तो दो कंडीशंस में आपका सेंटेंस इनकम्प्लीट हो सकता है. तब वो या तो फ्रेज कहलाएगा या डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज कहलाएगा. तो ये इसमें गड़बड़, अगर वो फ्रेज है तो उसमें हमें क्या ऐड करना है? सब्जेक्ट एंड वर्ब. क्योंकि कभी कभी खाली सब्जेक्ट से भी या खाली वर्ब से भी फ्रेज बन जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटिंग एन अपार्टमेंट. अब द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटिंग एन अपार्टमेंट इज जस्ट अ फ्रेज, देयर इज नो वर्ब हियर. तो ये इनकम्प्लीट है. तो आपको क्या करना है? द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटिंग एन अपार्टमेंट इन मुंबई इज वेरी हाई. The cost of renting an apartment in Nagpur is fairly nominal, है ना? तो ऐसे करके हम उसको आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं. और जब भी हम सेंटेंस को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं तो जिस बारे में सब्जेक्ट है उसी बारे में आगे लिखिए. द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटिंग एन अपार्टमेंट इन मुंबई, मेनी पीपल कैन नॉट अफोर्ड इट. अब अगर ऐसा सेंटेंस लिख दिया आपने तो ये कंप्लीटली इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटिंग एन अपार्टमेंट पहले समझाइए तो कि वो है क्या. द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटिंग अपार्टमेंट इज टू हाई, therefore many people cannot afford it. So the cost of renting an apartment in Mumbai is very high, full stop, many people cannot afford it. पर अगर हमने ऐसे लिख दिया the cost of renting an apartment in Mumbai, many people cannot afford it, तो incomplete हो गया. So the second ये आपका incomplete sentence होता है कि because अगर आपने लिख दिया because the cost of renting an apartment in Mumbai is very high. अब because तो आ गया, पर ये जब अगर कारण है तो उसका इफेक्ट क्या है? cause तो कारण आपने बता दिया, तो आगे अगर आपने नहीं लिखा तो मीनिंग इज अनक्लियर. Because the cost of renting an apartment in Mumbai is very high, I decided to shift to Nagpur. ये complete sentence है. और I shifted to Nagpur because the cost of renting an apartment in Mumbai is very high. तो दोनों केसेस में आपने सेकंड केस में एक इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज को ऐड किया और फर्स्ट केस में आपने सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब को ऐड किया. ऐसे आपका सेंटेंस करेक्ट हो जाएगा. दूसरी मिस्टेक क्या होती है कि जो मॉडिफायर्स है, तो मॉडिफायर्स मैंने जैसे कल बताया मिसप्लेस्ड होते हैं. तो हैविंग फिनिश्ड द असाइनमेंट द टीवी वाज टर्न्ड ऑन. अब इसमें मॉडिफायर क्या, दोनों बिल्कुल दो पार्ट्स है सेंटेंसेस के, एंड देयर इज नो कनेक्टिविटी. Who turned on the TV? Having finished the assignment, the TV अपने आप तो turn on नहीं हो गया ना. That means there has to be a doer who has turned on the television. So where is the doer? Assignment तो doer नहीं है, वो तो करता नहीं है ना. तो करता कौन है? काम कौन कर रहा है? किसने टीवी को टर्न स्विच ऑन किया? तो ये अगर आपने क्लियर नहीं स्टेट किया तो आपका सेंटेंस तो आपने लिख दिया, कंप्यूटर ने भी एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, पर मीनिंग तो कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आया. तो सिंस Smita had completed the assignment. She turned on the television. तो अब आपका मीनिंग क्लियर हो गया. डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन कहाँ है? फ्रेजेस को कंबाइन कीजिए, मेन क्लॉज को कंबाइन कीजिए और एक प्रॉपर सेंटेंस बनाइए उसका. सो आफ्टर having completed the finishing the assignment, Smita turned on the TV. Or since she has finished the assignment, or since the boys have finished the assignment, the TV was turned on. तो डूअर जो है, जो कार्य कर रहा है, उसका सेंटेंस में आना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर वही नहीं बता पा रहा है, आपका कुछ भी हो सकता है. आप जब रिसर्च में लिखेंगे तो हमेशा आपका पर्सन नहीं होगा वहां पे, कुछ आपके एक्सपेरिमेंट्स होंगे, कुछ आपकी फाइंडिंग्स होंगी, कुछ आपके लिटरेचर के सर्वे होंगे. तो अगर आप सर्वे के बारे में लिख रहे हैं तो सर्वे तो आप यूजुअली पैसिव वॉइस में लिखेंगे, but always because survey पे action हो रहा है. So please ensure that it is rightly mentioned how the work is being done. That is important. Okay. So third problem क्या होती है? Two independent clauses हो सकते हैं join. ये मैंने कल बताया था. Two independent clauses के लिए हमें semicolon करना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर मैंने semicolon नहीं किया और वहां पे कॉमा लगा दिया तो रन ऑन सेंटेंस कहलाया जाता है, जो कि completely incorrect है. तो two independent clauses are joined with no punctuation, और या फिर आपने उसमें punctuation ही नहीं किया. Two independent clauses are joined by a comma और उसके साथ coordinating conjunction नहीं है, then it is again incomplete. तो जैसे एग्जाम्पल है, getting married is easy, staying married is a different matter. अब इसके बीच में कोई कंजंक्शन ही नहीं है क्योंकि टू इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेस है और कोई ना कंजंक्शन है ना पंक्चुएशन है, तो सेंटेंस हो गया गलत. तो अब हमें क्या करना है? गेटिंग मैरिड इज इजी एंड देन यू हैव टू, या तो आप उसको वहां पे फुल स्टॉप कीजिए. स्टेइंग मैरिड इज अ डिफरेंट मैनर, इज अ डिफरेंट मैटर. यहाँ पे गेटिंग मैरिड इज इजी बट या हाउएवर स्टेइंग मैरिड इज अ डिफरेंट मैटर होना चाहिए, और यहाँ पे या तो सेमीकोलन होना चाहिए. दे हैव आल्सो. सो यहाँ पे या तो आप एक फुल स्टॉप लगा सकते हैं, या तो यहाँ पे आप सेमीकोलन लगा सकते हैं, या तो यहाँ पर आप कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शन लगा सकते हैं, और या फिर वहां पे आप सबऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शन लगा सकते हैं. ओके, इज इट क्लियर व्हाट वी आर डूइंग टिल नाउ? हेलो. Yes, thank you so much. तो टू इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेस का ध्यान रखिएगा. कभी कभी हम बहुत सारे शॉर्ट सेंटेंसेस कर देते हैं which is again not correct because वो boring होते हैं and they appear to be too simple, and your thought process, because you are राइटिंग रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स, तो आपका थॉट प्रोसेस की जो मेच्योरिटी और वो लेवल होना चाहिए वो सिंपल सेंटेंसेस में नहीं पोर्ट्रे हो सकता. सो योर थॉट्स लुक सिंपल टू, बट अगर आपने उसको थोड़ा ज्वाइन कर लिया with the right conjunctions in the right manner, your language will definitely turn out to be more powerful. So combining single small sentences into complex sentences, या तो आप उनको complex sentence में कीजिए या compound sentence में कीजिए. तो compound sentence में आप क्या करेंगे? Coordinating conjunctions ले आएंगे, और complex sentences में आप क्या करेंगे? Subordinating conjunctions ले आएंगे. As simple as that. और आप conjunctive adverbs भी ला सकते हैं. तो आपके पास इतना बड़ा treasure है. It is entirely up to you how you wish to utilize that treasure. And the last is sometimes the sentence can be too lengthy. जैसे हमने अभी पिछले सैम्पल में देखा था कि too many ideas clustered together and no connection between the ideas. So what do? You just change a little here and there, and so that the where one idea ends, you stop there, and then आप उसको दूसरे idea पे आगे जाइए. So many students attend classes all morning and they work all afternoon, and then they have so much to study, and then they have to study at night. as they are usually exhausted by the weekend. अब ये इतना लेंथी सेंटेंस का जरूरत ही नहीं है. So divide them into simpler sentences. Many students attend classes all morning and they also work all afternoon. Full stop. Sometimes they have to study at night also. So by the weekend they are usually exhausted. तो अब क्या हुआ कि because I am putting punctuations there, तो मेरी आवाज में भी वो पॉजेस आएंगे. अगर मेरे पास ऐसा सेंटेंस आता है ऐसा without punctuation, so how am I going to read it? Many students attend classes all morning and they work all afternoon and then they have to study at night, so they are usually exhausted by the weekend. मेरा बॉडी लैंग्वेज मैंने कल बताया था कि सेंटेंसेस पॉजेस से हमारा जो किस तरह से पढ़ना है वो क्लियर होता है. पर आपने जब पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स लगाए ही नहीं तो मैं वैसे ही पढ़ूंगी जैसे मेरे पास रिटन मैटर आया है एंड इट इज वेरी ब्लैंड. सो आई विल से व्हाट इज दिस. ऐसे थोड़ी कोई पढ़ना चाहिए. कोई भी बोलेगा कि ऐसे तो नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए. सो हाउ शुड वी रीड इट? मेनी स्टूडेंट्स अटेंड क्लासेस ऑल मॉर्निंग. रुक जाइए, एक आइडिया खत्म. एंड दे वर्क ऑल आफ्टरनून. फुल स्टॉप. बस. अब फिर पॉज आया. दे ऑल्सो हैव टू वर्क एट नाइट, comma, so they are usually exhausted by the weekend. Full stop. तो जहां फुल स्टॉप आया मेरी वॉइस स्टॉप हो गई. जहां कॉमा आया वहां मुझे पॉज आ गया. तो मेरा दिमाग भी रजिस्टर कर रहा है. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ब्रेन भी तो प्रोसेस इंफॉर्मेशन को करना चाहिए. अगर हम ऐसा लिख देंगे जो कि हमने बोल तो दिया या लिख तो दिया बट ब्रेन को समझ में नहीं आया, इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेसिंग नहीं हुई, तो उसका कोई मायने नहीं है. सो दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. So divide into that is why these punctuations play extremely important role. They are doing the work which you cannot do in person there when your written matter is gone to somebody, है ना? तो डिवाइड इनटू शॉर्टर सेंटेंसेस और फिर इसके लिए आपको कुछ शॉर्टर सेंटेंसेस को आप कंपाउंड में या कॉम्प्लेक्स में चेंज करें. ठीक है. सो दीज वर सम ऑफ द challenges that we face while writing and how to overcome those challenges. Okay, thank you so much. So now we are going to be doing remaining punctuations जो आपके हैं. आज हम apostrophe के. अब देखिए कभी कभी हमारा पैरेलल स्ट्रक्चर ये भी मुझे बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट लगता है. आई एम गोइंग टू बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस आल्सो. क्या होता है कि जैसे जब हम सब्जेक्ट के बारे में जो बात कर रहे हैं वर्ब और सब्जेक्ट पैरेलल चलने चाहिए. अगर दोनों में कोई भी डिस्कॉर्ड हो गया तो आपका मीनिंग अगेन इनकोहरेंट हो जाएगा, है ना? तो अगर आप कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि हम सब्जेक्ट तो चेंज कर देते हैं और फिर वर्ब और मॉडिफायर्स चेंज नहीं करते तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. इतना मास्टरी होना चाहिए लैंग्वेज में दैट इफ यू आर कैरिंग आउट एनी चेंज वेदर इन द सब्जेक्ट सेक्शन और इन द वर्ब सेक्शन और इन द मॉडिफायर सेक्शन, अगर आप कहीं भी चेंज ला रहे हैं तो पूरे सेंटेंस में अकॉर्डिंगली चेंज आने चाहिए. Sometimes I have seen people using synonyms. कोई वर्ड आया, अब वो वर्ड आपको लग रहा है कि ये बहुत बार रिपीट हो गया, चलो इस वर्ड के लिए आई यूज अ सिनोनिम. आपने फट एक राइट क्लिक किया, आपको लैपटॉप ने कंप्यूटर ने इतने सारे सिनोनिम्स दे दिए, आपने एक सिनोनिम चूज किया और वहां पे उस वर्ड को फिट कर दिया. But sometimes that synonym has changed the complete structure of the sentence. And that synonym के साथ you have to bring about the other changes also. नहीं तो वो synonym वहां पे misfit हो जाएगा. So that is very important. So जैसे यहाँ पर एक simple सी saying है, going to bed early and to rise early makes a man healthy. अब इसमें गड़बड़ क्या हो गई? कैन एनीबडी टेल मी व्हाट इज रॉन्ग हियर इन द फर्स्ट सेक्शन? ये बहुत कॉमन मिस्टेक है, इसीलिए आई एम टेकिंग इट अप हियर।
पंक्चुएशन मार्क में
पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स, हाँ, बट उससे भी ज्यादा गड़बड़ क्या है कि मेक्स अ मैन हेल्दी। हेल्दी तो आपने बता दिया एडजेक्टिव, उसके बाद मेक्स अ मैन हैव वेल्थ, ये डिफरेंट वो हो गया। एंड इन पोजेशन ऑफ विजडम, अब आप ये नाउन फ्रेज ले आए, तो अगर आप एडजेक्टिव कर रहे हैं तो सारे एडजेक्टिव्स यूज कीजिए। अगर आप नाउन फ्रेजेस यूज कर रहे हैं तो सारे नाउन फ्रेजेस यूज कीजिए। आप आधा एडजेक्टिव आधा नाउन नहीं कर सकते। तो मेक्स अ मैन हेल्दी, अब वेल्थ है तो वेल्दी, और possession ऑफ विजडम है तो वाइज। तो ये तीनों एडजेक्टिव्स हो गए। ये बहुत कॉमन एरर होता है कि हम शुरू करते हैं और फिर हम डिस्क्रिप्शन में कहीं नाउन फ्रेज ले आते हैं, कहीं एडजेक्टिव ले आते हैं, तो वो गलत हो जाता है। सो मेक्स अ मैन के बाद एवरीथिंग हैज टू कनेक्ट विद द मैन। सो द मैन इज हेल्दी, the man, healthy के बाद the man has wealth. No, the man is healthy, the man is wealthy, and the man is wise. Won't this make more impact? कि हम बोलें the man is healthy, the man will have wealth, and the man is in possession of wisdom. तो हालांकि ये तीनों जो आपने मॉडिफायर्स यहाँ पे डाले हैं ये सारे मैन से कनेक्टेड है। तो कैसे इनका आप देख रहे हैं कि कैसे मीनिंग इसका उतना क्लियरली नहीं आ पा रहा है। और हम इसको जब पैरेलल स्ट्रक्चर में करेंगे तो सारी चीजें एक साथ हो जाएंगी। तो गोइंग टू बेड अर्ली की जगह हमने कर दिया अर्ली टू बेड, क्योंकि यहाँ पे गोइंग टू बेड अर्ली एंड टू राइज अर्ली, अब फिर दोनों में डिस्क्रिपेंसी है ना। तो हम इसको क्या कह देंगे, अर्ली टू बेड एंड अर्ली टू राइज makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. ओके okay? और अगर हम ऐसे करेंगे, a person who goes to bed early and rises early is usually a person who is healthy, wealthy and wise. तो ये is this making any I mean कुछ इसका relevance आपको लग रहा है what we are discussing right now? Govind sir, are you there?
I'm very much yes, ma'am. Listening to you very
Thank you.
carefully.
Yes,
Yeah.
Govind sir, does this make any relevance? Does this sound relevant to you?
Absolutely, ma'am. It is pretty much relevant.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Baljeet ma'am has also given a thumbs up. So I think सबके लिए ये थोड़ा relevance वाला हो रहा होगा, क्योंकि इसमें क्या हो गया again, अगर हम ये बोलें गोइंग टू बेड अर्ली, ये इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सेंटेंस है और मीनिंग भी क्लियर नहीं है। तो हम लिखने को तो बहुत सारा लिख सकते हैं, पर वो लिखने में अगर मेरी मीनिंग नहीं क्लियर हो रही है तो फिर मेरे लिखने का पॉइंट क्या है। और इसी चीज को मैंने शॉर्ट और क्रिस्प कर दिया बट मीनिंग क्लियरली सामने आ गई, तो वो ज्यादा इम्पैक्टफुल हो सकता है। ठीक है, सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द थिंग्स। आप अपना पैरेलल स्ट्रक्चर चेक कीजिए, आप अपने इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेस कैसे ज्वाइन हो रहे हैं उनको चेक कीजिए, आप अपने फ्रेजेस और डिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेस का चेकिंग कीजिए, है ना। ये सब आपको बहुत हेल्प करेगा। थैंक यू सो मच, आपका रिस्पॉन्स रियली मैटर्स। ठीक है, तो अब हम आएंगे कैपिटलाइजेशन पे, क्योंकि आप रिसर्च में आप आपके आर्टिकल्स आपके इंडेक्स से शुरू हो जाता है, आपके फर्स्ट पेज से शुरू हो जाता है। बट लेट्स डू दिस एक्सरसाइज फॉर दैट, कॉमा और कोलन पे। कुड यू प्लीज टेल मी इसको हम ठीक कैसे करें, क्योंकि मुझे तो ये पढ़ना ही नहीं आ रहा। Perhaps you don't always need to use commas, periods, colons, etc. to make sentences clear. When I am in a hurry, tired, cold, lazy, or angry, I sometimes leave out punctuation marks. Grammar is stupid. I can write without it and don't need it. My uncle Harry once said. अब मुझे पता ही नहीं है, ये चली जा रही है राजधानी एक्सप्रेस जैसे गाड़ी, ना इसमें कुछ मीनिंग समझ में आ रहा है, ना इसमें कहीं पॉजेज है, ना इसमें इन शब्दों की कोई बॉडी लैंग्वेज है, कुछ नहीं। अब मैंने ये पढ़ा और मेरे तो कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया, आपके किसी की समझ में आया हो तो प्लीज बताइए,
It's like
इसको ठीक कैसे करें, क्योंकि इसमें ना कैपिटल लेटर्स हैं, ना
Yes.
इसमें फुल स्टॉप्स हैं, ना इसमें पंक्चुएशन है। यस सर।
Yeah, it's like a stream of consciousness, ma'am, like continuous
Huh?
flow of thought. It's like a
Yes
stream
sir.
of consciousness technique.
Sir, you are I can't hear you clearly. I think the voice is breaking.
Yeah, ma'am, in literature, actually, we talk about such a construction as a stream of consciousness technique, no? Continuous flow of thought without, punctuation mark, anything like that.
Yes, because punctuation is not there, so it is not clear. So let's see how it should be. Ab dekhiye. Does this make sense? It's the same passage, but now I know how to read it. And there's an exclamation mark also. So that brings in a little emotional angle to this, and we are really happy. Now let's see if punctuating it makes a difference. So punctuation marks ने वो difference, exclamation mark ने वो difference ला दिया. अगर ये नहीं होता तो मैं इसको ऐसे पढ़ती. Now let's see if punctuating it makes a difference. If there was a full stop, I would have read it like this. But because there's a exclamation, that means there has to be some excitement, some emotion attached to it. So I'll say, oh wow, now let's see if punctuating it makes a difference. क्या emotion आ रहा है वहां पे. ठीक है, तो ये आपका exclamation mark आ गया. And then आपका capital letter आ गया. Perhaps you don't always need to use commas, periods, colons, etc. to make sentences clear. Full stop, रुक जाइए. When I'm in a hurry, tired, cold, lazy, or angry, I sometimes leave out punctuation marks. Grammar is stupid. Again, exclamation mark आ गया तो थोड़ा सा या तो anger है या frustration है या mockery है, some kind of emotion is there. I cannot say grammar is stupid. No, grammar is stupid. Some emotion. I can write without it and don't need it. My Uncle Harry once said he was not very clear and I never understood a word he wrote to me. I think I learned some punctuation. Dash aa gaya. Not too much. Enough to write to Uncle Harry. He needs some help. Exclamation mark again there. तो देखिए इसमें मैं आपको आपके नोटिस में लाना चाहती हूँ. There are inverted commas, है ना. तो grammar is stupid. अब इसके बाद कल बलजीत मैम ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि फुल स्टॉप within the inverted commas आता है कि outside आता है. So you can see very clearly here it is within the inverted commas. Then my Uncle Harry once said, because ये देखिए इसमें सेंटेंस कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है. ये इन्वर्टेड मार्क्स में जो पोर्शन है वो कंप्लीट हुआ है, इसलिए माई का एम कैपिटल नहीं है. ओके, he was not very clear and I never understood a word he wrote to me. I think I will. ये contraction apostrophe है जो हमने कल किया था. Contraction and possessive apostrophe कल किया था ना. So this is the contraction apostrophe. It means I will learn some punctuation. और यहाँ पे आ गया dash. Dash की जगह colon भी आ सकता था because it is again talking about that, but dash is more commonly used. So difference between dash and hyphen. इसमें जो आता है sentences में जो आता है that is a dash. और जो words के बीच में आता है that is a hyphen. So not too much, enough to write to Uncle Harry. He needs some help. तो वहां पे आपने जब ये किया तो आपका कुछ इमोशन भी आना चाहिए. Does this make sense? Yes.
Ma'am, in this my uncle, why M of my is not in capital letter after a full stop?
हाँ, because you can see that one set के बाद भी full stop है ना. So it could have been in capital letters also. Definitely, it could have been in capital letters also. but this just shows that the sentence is continuing. So we are going to be doing exercises on apostrophe and
Ma'am,
inverted commas. Yeah. Yes.
one doubt.
Yes, yes.
Uh, should there be comma instead of full stop after the word and don't need it in continuation? My
Huh?
uncle, should it be comma or full stop?
There could have been a comma
Uh,
also. Absolutely. But they have put a full
because
stop
like
and
the
they have
sentence,
closed. Anyways, I have not written this. This is something. So internet also has many, many, you can raise the questions there because not everything is reliable. It may contradict with what.
I was just getting confused, so I asked you, ma'am.
Yes, and that confusion is absolutely valid. Even I would have the same confusion if they have put a full stop there. Why don't they end the sentence there? And my uncle said could have been there. दूसरा चीज हो सकता है my uncle said
Right.
could have been this side and then they could have started the sentence. But it's absolutely valid. Let's do more exercises and then we will understand this better. अच्छा, एक और चीजें इसमें कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन नहीं. आई विल से दैट जब हम आपने ये सीखा होगा कि विद इन द इन्वर्टेड कॉमास द फर्स्ट लेटर इज ऑलवेज कैपिटल, है ना? आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव learned this in your school years or college years. So we will just do this in detail. इसमें दो तीन
Excuse me, ma'am.
exceptions होते हैं. Exceptions are there. Yes.
Ma'am, that paragraph which we were doing right now, this is the same one? No, ma'am, the previous one.
Please read it again.
There, ma'am, again a mistake I found. There were two independent clauses which were joined with and there wasn't a comma. I am searching that only.
Where?
Yeah, he was not very clever and I never understood a word he wrote to me.
Absolutely correct. Wonderful. There should have been a comma there. Absolutely correct. You're bang on. Wonderful. Yes. So see, the internet makes all the mistakes. This is directly from the internet. I haven't typed it. So wonderful. The great observation, and there should have been a comma there. Absolutely correct. Yes. So now we will be doing apostrophe inverted commas in detail. This was just an example to understand how punctuations change the meaning of the passage and the sentences. Now let's start with capitalization. So capitalization में could you please tell me कि आप जब capital करते हैं कोई भी title को तो कुछ उसके rules होते हैं? You follow any rules? क्योंकि आजकल क्या हो गया है कि it is very easy. आप कैप लॉक्स कैप्स में कर दीजिए, सारे लेटर्स कैपिटल में हो जाएंगे या हर फर्स्ट लेटर कैपिटल में हो जाएगा. पर टाइटल में ऐसा नहीं होता है. कुछ कैपिटल में होते हैं, कुछ स्मॉल लेटर्स में होते हैं. तो does anyone have any clue?
Keywords.
Capital? Yes,
The
sir.
keywords, no. The keywords in the sentence, when we form the title, we write that particular word in uppercase, the first letter of that sentence, of that word,
Yes.
sorry. And if the words are not not important or non-kernel, as they say, like of, the, a, and whatever it is, we tend to write these words in small letters, ma'am. Connecting words, probably articles, prepositions, etc. We write in small letters.
Yes, yes, yes. Quite true, quite true. So let's see. So capital letters we use always whenever we are beginning a sentence, and for proper nouns and for abbreviations. Always for abbreviations you will use capital letters. And this we know: day, name, month, festival, and writing a title before someone's name, for pronoun I, and for the first letter in quotation. So sorry, the quotation mark has gone this way. So uh, these are some of the basic rules. But when we are doing the title, so title capitalization में आपका first word in the title is always capitalized, the last word is always capitalized, and the important words in the title are capitalized. Now what are these important words? आपके important words हैं आपके सारे adjectives, adverbs, nouns, pronouns, subordinating conjunctions जो कि 3 letters से ज़्यादा के हैं, and verbs. These are the important words. So ये आप capitalize करेंगे. And what is not to be capitalized? A and the. But
So
अगर
in a title, ma'am,
आ
there is a
से
query
शुरू हो
regarding
रहा है,
this.
हाँ?
If may ask a query, ma'am,
Yes, sir, please.
in a title, in the formation of the title, like for example, a critical study, of this and that, or a study of new humanism, full stop or colon we give, okay, or let us say a study of kind of tragic elements, full stop or colon we give the colon, and thereafter, like, there is a practice, in use, that we often tend to write a critical study, a with capital letter, right? Now as per the new MLA handbook, like, we can even write that in a small letter.
No, why should
For example, axiological study, axiological kind of study of Sudha Murthy's novel, colon, an overview, okay, an overview. So when we write an, as per the old practice, we write an with a capital. But as per the new rule of the MLA handbook, ma'am, even we can write an in a small letter in that particular an. Am I clear enough? I don't know actually. I think my voice is breaking, it seems.
Sir, you are audible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, I think
That was
Divya
just
has lost her connection. Please wait.
Mm.
Divya, madam,
Okay, ma'am.
please wait, sir.
Yeah. Actually, just a query, ma'am. Actually, no.
Hello, madam, can you hear me? Divya, ma'am. दो मिनट रुकिए, हाँ, मैं इस मैडम को कॉल करती हूँ.
Yes.
शायद मैडम की तरफ से कुछ नेटवर्क इशू है. वेट करिए.
Okay, ma'am.
यस. हेलो. हाँ मैम, व्हाट है? हॅलो फ्रेंड्स, माझा आवाज येतोय? हां,
Yes,
मॅडमचं
Yes,
तिथे
madam.
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी गेली आहे, तर मॅडमनी 5 मिनिटाचा ब्रेक घ्यायला सांगितलंय. यू टेक ब्रेक ऑफ 5 मिनिट्स, स्टे कनेक्टेड. आणि तोपर्यंत मॅडम जर जॉईन झाला तर ठीक आहे, अदरवाईज मला बाकीचे एक्झामचे इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स द्यायचे आहेत, तर आपण तो वाला पार्ट कम्प्लीट करून घेऊया. तुम्ही 5 मिनिटाचा
Okay.
ब्रेक घ्या अँड देन वी विल स्टार्ट. ओके?
Okay, madam.
येस.
Later in a title, no? In the formation of the title. Okay, if we are giving colon in the title, so thereafter, as colon is as good as full stop. We tend to capitalize the first letter of the first word thereafter. Like, for example, an overview after colon, an overview. So as per the grammar rule, we can write it in both the ways. Initially, we used to write an as a capital and an. Now, as per the new rule of MLA handbook, we can write an with small a, an overview, like that.
Okay, okay. I've understood your question, sir. I'll just, we will just see why this, confusion has occurred. Preeti ma'am, I cannot share content. Could you please give me,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just a minute.
yeah.
Is it there, ma'am, now?
Yeah, now I
Yeah.
can share. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
Yes. So, yes, sir, coming to your question, why this, confusion occurs. So here we are doing capitalize the first word in the title. That is, now it means that if the first word in the title is a, and it needs to be capitalized. And then the second rule says that the words not capitalized in title case are and the. Now people will take it, they'll say that and the is not to be capitalized. So after colon, we can just go with the small and small the or whatever. So now this rule clearly says that the first word should be capitalized. But discrepancies occur when the clarity is missing. So now what has happened, because English has become the global language and not everywhere the rules are followed stringently. So whatever is coming our way is becoming acceptable. So that is why these new rules are coming up, that even capital small n is okay, a small letter and is also okay. Or but as per rules, if we go see, everything is, there is something which is classical and traditional, and then there is another aspect which is modern. So there is classical traditional literature and there is modern literature, and there is a lot of difference between the two because of the differences in thought process. But even the music, the classical music comes with a lot of restrictions, rules, and regulations. And if you listen to the popular music, they are all thrown away. But this is good in its own way, that is good in its own way. Both are acceptable. So if we go by classical and traditional way, this is the rule which is to be followed. Now, to bring a certain element of maybe newness and uniqueness and modern or whatever element you can say, if this other rule is also being followed and it is being accepted, one can't do anything but to be okay with it. But when you are sending your articles to foreign journals, foreign publications, what is internationally accepted style, that is what we have to adhere by. So if the international publications are accepting this way, that way, okay. If Nagpur University is accepting this way, that way, okay. But I mean, we can't do much about it. But the traditional and classical way, we should be aware of. Does this answer your question, sir?
Yep, ma'am. That was just a query. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So this is like if anyone has learned classical music, so there's a certain way in which a rag progresses. There are those rules are laid down by our, musicians who have done a lot of research in music, and they have laid down certain rules कि भाई यमन है तो ऐसा ही होगा, भोपाली है तो ऐसा ही होगा. But today in popular music, in popular songs, all that is missing, all that is thrown aside. So, and that is absolutely acceptable because it's more appealing. So think norms are changing for sure, but this is the, this can bring about a little discrepancy कि यहाँ पे तो लिखा है कि नहीं होना चाहिए और यहाँ पे आप लिख रहे हैं कि and capitalized नहीं होना चाहिए, but we should be careful that and अगर if it is coming as the first word in the title and even after the colon, it should be capitalized. Okay. Then coordinating conjunctions are not capitalized. The simple reason is that they are too short. Actually, इसमें जो छोटे 2-letter, 3-letter words है, they are usually not capitalized. But prepositions भी जैसे आप देखेंगे, अगर if there are 2 or 3 letters, they are not capitalized. But if there are big prepositions between है, among है, then they are capitalized. So that is the rule. Because these rules are not laid down clearly, many people may not be aware of it. And if they are not aware, even in the book section, I see the titles. And I mean, I've had the opportunity to go through some of these. And then I feel that the right message should go. So that is what. Okay. So let's do some exercises. So sentence case में अगर आप you all have your sentence case in your laptop or computer पे आपका होगा ही, तो sentence case में what's happening, a portrait of the artist as a young man. So what we are going to do now, we are going to do certain titles, examples उनके करके देखते हैं, and you can tell me if it appeals to you or it should be in any other way. Okay? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So here it is, a portrait of the artist as a young man. Title case कैसे होगा? A will be capital, portrait का P will be capital, of और the capital नहीं होंगे because the is now coming in the middle of the sentence, so it's not going to be capitalized. But अगर यही the शुरू में होता, तो we would have capitalized it. Okay? Artist as a young man. So this is how it will be. Okay, clear, I think, to everyone? Any questions? Okay. Zen, हाँ, sir, आपका ये colon वाला आ गया. Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance, an inquiry into values. So, Zen and नहीं होगा, the नहीं होगा, art of motorcycle maintenance and inquiry into values. All right. So you are saying, sir, Govind sir, you are saying that after the colon, we could have made it a small a, right?
Yeah.
But this, I think, looks more elegant, or maybe we are used to seeing it like this. So,
Yeah, this is actually writing A with small letter is a recent practice actually in academia.
that
Yeah,
is,
we
I
used to
think,
write
out of
like that. Yeah.
yes, and many practices have erupted out of convenience. अब कौन याद रखेगा कि कहाँ क्या करना है, so we can just do it this way, that way. So, but if we are aware, then this is the format which we should follow. Okay. So now we have an exercise. Yes, sir.
The earlier slide. This is actually a novel, ma'am. The sentence that you have sent, Jane and the art of motorcycle maintenance and inquiry into value. It's a novel actually.
Yes. Yes.
I have read it. I have a copy of it actually. I am also into
Wow.
automobiles basically.
Wow. Wow.
So
That's amazing. That's amazing. Very, very nice. And
thank you.
wonderful. So when sometimes even the portrait of a young man as an artist, of the artist as a young man, is a novel. This is also a novel. So your thesis is also going to have a heading and publishing. So I was going to say something and I just forgot. Okay, maybe I'll come back to it later. So capital letters, here is an exercise for everyone. Very simple exercise. You have to tell me the answers. answers.
First answer A.
First
is correct.
answer is A. A is the correct answer. The second one,
Second one is B. No, C.
B.
C.
Uh,
Second one is C.
might be.
second one is C. We also have to look कहाँ कहाँ capital letters नहीं होने चाहिए. अब जिसमें इसमें I'll just share. A is the correct answer because you cannot be the capital letter wala. It is completely incorrect. Or C में I is not capitalized. So C is also incorrect. In the second section, husband ka H is not to be capitalized, so it is incorrect. In the second sentence, chemist ka C is not to be capitalized, so it is incorrect. And in the third one, only the names are capitalized, so it is correct. All
And
right.
third B is correct.
And in the third one is a title. So if it is a title, then which
B.
one should be correct?
D.
Huh?
One
C.
B.
C.
C.
C is the
C.
correct
Okay.
option.
The title.
C is the correct option. All right. So now we come to inverted commas and quotation marks. So, so capitalization, does anyone have any questions or doubts? Broadly, तो clear हो ही क्या होगा क्योंकि
No, ma'am, no doubts.
no doubts, all okay. Now we go to inverted commas. Ab inverted commas, yes, sir. Any doubts? Okay,
No, ma'am, clear.
clear. Okay.
Thank you.
So now we are coming to inverted commas and quotation marks. So what do you see on the screen? You can see the double inverted commas and the single inverted commas. है ना, दोनों के different roles होते हैं. हालांकि again today out of convenience the single inverted they are changed interchanged also. कितनी जगह पे आप देखेंगे कि quotation marks की जगह people are using single inverted commas. Which is actually speaking we have not seen but आजकल चल रहा है. So whenever you are putting quotations there in your research or तो आपके लिए वहाँ पे ये inverted commas आएंगे. They are known as quotation marks also, inverted marks also, and speech marks also. So, ये देखिए, this I've got for you. There are two places where inverted commas are needed when you are quoting somebody directly. So, या तो आप उनका quotation को summarize कर दीजिए, and you can just put the key points that will be in the direct speech. But if you are quoting the author or the eminent personality directly, then you will be using the direct speech. है ना? So what is the matter? So actually inverted commas को I was reading somewhere, they are like आपकी palm के ऐसे वो है significance है उनकी कि you are holding the words together. That is the significance. भैया आपने बड़े अच्छे से उनको words को holding together. So ये आपका opening inverted commas and closing inverted commas. So जहाँ से आप open करेंगे that's opening, जहाँ close करेंगे वहाँ that's closing. And important thing is जो again इनका sign भी कैसा होता है. लैपटॉप पे तो we know, but आप मतलब I don't know, मुझे ये बहुत डिटेलिंग बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगती है. So it should be 6 6. जब आप ओपनिंग करते हैं then the sign is 6 6 and when you are closing it then it's 9 9. Okay, so imagine that inverted commas are like hands. They hold within them only the words which are being spoken. This is so beautifully explained. What is the matter, Diana? Said. So, इससे हमें हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए कि भाई वो बड़े important हैं. They are putting the words together there for you. So, before the first word which is being spoken and after the last word which is being spoken. So, these are They are also known as speech marks because they are holding the speech together, and like one side opening, one side closing. You've left your pen. So अब अगर ये देखिए exclamation नहीं होगा तो I will be excused for saying you have left your pen ऐसा. But because वहाँ पे exclamation mark है तो my speech will change. या तो मैं उसको गुस्से से बोल रही हूँ या उसको मैं कुछ inform करने के लिए बोल रही हूँ. You've left your pen, called James to his friend. तो वहां पे आपका वो इमोशन डालना जरूरी है. थैंक यू. प्लीज सी पॉल रिप्लाइड गुड जॉब. अच्छा अब आप इसमें ये बोलेंगे कि गुड जॉब को कैपिटल में क्यों नहीं किया? डज एनीवन हैव अ रीजन फॉर दैट? थैंक यू. पॉल रिप्लाइड कॉमा गुड जॉब. तो यहाँ पर इसलिए नहीं हुआ because it is continuation of the quotation. तो थैंक यू के बाद हमने फुल स्टॉप नहीं किया. So अगर हम फुल स्टॉप वहां पे कर देते तो it would have been good job you spotted it, but there is a comma there. That means the speech is continuing. और अगर speech continue कर रही है तो आप small letter से शुरू कर सकते हैं. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. तो आपके मन में ये क्वेश्चन आ सकता है क्योंकि हम हमेशा ये बोलते हैं कि स्पीच मार्क्स में फर्स्ट लेटर शुड बी ऑलवेज कैपिटलाइज्ड एंड इट इज ऑलवेज कैपिटलाइज्ड. दैट इज अ रूल. बट अगर हमने उसी कोटेशन को दो पीसेस में कर दिया सेम कोटेशन को तो हम एक सेंटेंस में दो कैपिटल मार्क्स तो दो कैपिटल लेटर्स तो नहीं रख सकते ना unnecessarily. So it is in continuation, so we can continue with a small letter because it is a part of that sentence. All right. So start a new line for each new speaker and okay. Now some exercises when quoting someone to mark out speech. Remember the hands. When quoting someone else's speech, share your chocolates. अच्छा हर जगह देखिए आप. बलजीत मैम आपका क्वेश्चन था जो पंक्चुएशन मार्क आ रहा है वो उसमें आ रहा है इन्वर्टेड कॉमास के बीच में आ रहा है. तो if there is an exclamation it is within the inverted commas. If there is a full stop it is within the inverted commas. And to mark out speech, so there is a dash there. There can also be a colon there. All right. अब ये कहाँ कहाँ यूज होते हैं? सो ये टू मार्क आउट नॉट ओनली द स्पोकन वर्ड्स, कभी कभी कुछ अनफेमिलियर फ्रेजेस भी हो सकते हैं. नाउ you can put them in double inverted commas and sometimes these days people are putting them in single inverted commas also. जैसे we phrase to mark a certain word or phrase that's being quoted from another place or person. तो we call this the water cycle. आप इसको single में कर सकते हैं. अब यहाँ पे देखिए प्लीज नोटिस ये सेंटेंस नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट अ फ्रेज. सो द फुल स्टॉप इज कमिंग आफ्टर द इन्वर्टेड कॉमा बिकॉज इट इज जस्ट द फ्रेज. ओके. देन सिमिलरली बिली जीन, इट्स द नेम. यहाँ पे भी फुल स्टॉप शुड हैव बीन आफ्टर. सो सॉरी. टॉम टॉक्ड ad nauseam about the time he scored the winning run. ये आपका फॉरेन, इसलिए इसको हमने इन्वर्टेड कॉमास में कर दिया. सो अगर आप idioms और unfamiliar expressions कर रहे हैं तो वहां पे inverted commas can be there, वहां पे italics can also be there, वहां पे underlining can also be there. बट आप इन तीनों को नहीं यूज कर सकते. यू कैन आइदर यूज द इन्वर्टेड कॉमास और यू कैन यूज द italics और यू कैन यूज द underlining, but all three cannot be used at the same time. They are all interchangeable. Okay, so whenever you want to bring focus to a certain passage or a certain section, then you can put in inverted commas. Okay, अच्छा, हमें चेक क्या क्या करना चाहिए आप कोटेशन में? अगेन दिस कैपिटल लेटर वगैरह, I don't know if laptop can check it. So what should we should be ready with our checklist. So yes, any questions, sir? Sir, I think you are on mute. Munindra, sir, do you have a question?
No, ma'am, no.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
thank you.
let's be ready with the checklist. So आप ये देखिए कि used a capital letter आप use कर रहे हैं तो first letter आपका capitalized है, आप inverted commas use कर रहे हैं तो आपका first letter capitalized है कि नहीं. So my favorite food, M should be capital. Put inverted commas around the spoken words. ये देखिए यहाँ पे example है. I told the reader which person is speaking. This is very important. When you are quoting somebody, then please inform the reader who is the person whose quotation is being used here. Okay? आपका रिपोर्टिंग क्लॉज है कि नहीं है? रिपोर्टिंग माने जो पर्सन बोल रहा है वो बोल रहा है, एडवाइस दे रहा है और डिस्कस कर रहा है. व्हाट इज इट? सो प्लीज एक्सप्लेन. ओके. एंड आपका वो आगे जो आपका रिपोर्टिंग क्लॉज है वो पहले आ रहा है रिपोर्टेड स्पीच के कि बाद में आ रहा है? सो देन इफ अगर पहले आ रहा है तो कॉमा कीजिए. All right. Then have you remembered to put punctuation before the closing of the speech marks? ये आपने किया है कि नहीं किया है इसको चेक कर लीजिएगा, because if there is exclamation then it has whatever is the punctuation mark, it needs to be put there. और अगर new speaker new line is not important, but these are some of the rules that we should bear in mind. सिंगल इन्वर्टेड कॉमास कभी कभी क्या होता है कि डबल इन्वर्टेड आप स्पीच चली जा रही है आपकी और स्पीच के बीच में ही सम वर्ड नीड्स टू बी हाइलाइटेड, सो हमारे सिंगल इन्वर्टेड कॉमास आर ब्रॉट इन. ओके. सो जैसे ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना कि विद इन द स्पीच यू वांट टू हाईलाइट सम वर्ड, अब वहां पे आपको अंडरलाइनिंग नहीं करनी है या आपको इटैलिक्स में नहीं लाना है तो आप वहां पे सिंगल इन्वर्टेड कॉमास में कर दीजिए. So that is why I think, because ये speech के within आ जाते हैं तो people are getting confused. वो कभी कभी speech में भी single inverted commas ही कर देते हैं, which is incorrect. So आपको emphasize करना है. That will be marvelous. We'll see you at the playground. तो marvelous, अब अगर ये emphasize हो गया है तो it means आप उस पर stress डालेंगे. अगर आप नहीं तो हम बोल सकते थे that will be marvelous, we'll see you at the playground. But आपने उसको highlight कर दिया, तो what do? That will be marvelous. We will see you at the playground. आपका reading change हो गया. So, reading or understanding. Okay, so there's no way we'll get there in time. ये तो ordinary आपका एक normal sentence है. अब जैसे दूसरे एग्जाम्पल ये है, he called them loud, smelly and utterly annoying and he closed the door. तो अब ये loud, smelly and utterly annoying क्या है? This is just a phrase. Phrase है ये highlight करने के लिए, तो ये भी हो सकता है इसमें आपको कैपिटल करने की जरूरत नहीं है because it's a phrase. और तीसरी कंडीशन क्या है? तो आपकी तीन कंडीशंस है. द फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज दैट इट इज अ कंप्लीट सेंटेंस, कैपिटल से शुरू हो रहा है, फुल स्टॉप पे बंद हो रहा है, इन्वर्टेड कॉमास बिगिनिंग, इन्वर्टेड कॉमास क्लोजिंग. दैट इज द नॉर्मल, दैट इज द रूल. द सेकंड कंडीशन कैन बी दैट आप राइट कर रहे हैं, you are explaining something about some scientist, some researcher, and you are saying that the researcher has mentioned these as whatever. तो वो आप inverted commas में कर सकते हैं. And then you don't need to capitalize because it's a phrase. And then आप एक ही sentence को break कर सकते हैं. So the problem with opinions is that everyone has one. तो यही सेंटेंस कंटिन्यू हुआ है तो आप इसको कैपिटलाइज नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि द इज ऑलरेडी कैपिटलाइज्ड. क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So थोड़ी सी exercises आपको करनी पड़ेंगी. So you can tell me, where do we put the punctuation marks?
No should be in inverted commas and exclamation mark line.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, the taxi driver said curtly, comma and inverted commas, I cannot get you to the airport in 15 minutes.
Huh.
Full stop and inverted comma close.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Then this is very simple.
She asked, comma and inverted commas, do you read newspaper regularly? Question mark and inverted comma. Complete.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So these are the answers. Now tell me which one is correct here. I don't know the answers. You have to tell me the answers.
In the first set of
The first one is
sentences, the
correct.
first one is correct.
Huh? Yes.
In second one, the
In the
second is
set,
correct.
Second one.
Huh?
And in the third set, the third one is correct.
Okay. Third one.
Third one, first.
The first
First
is
one.
correct
First
in
one.
third one.
First one.
First one is correct in third
Yeah.
one.
First.
First one
Yeah.
is correct. है ना?
First one is correct,
रौनक
yes.
said ये वाला थर्ड वन क्यों नहीं करेक्ट होगा? बिकॉज वो सेंटेंस क्लोज हो गया, उसमें रिपोर्टिंग कौन कर रहा है, दैट वी कैन नॉट हैव इन द सेकंड सेंटेंस. उसी में कंटिन्यूएशन में आएगा ना.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So the
Yes,
comma
ma'am.
one. So the first one. Okay. So choose the sentence in which the quotation is correctly punctuated.
The second one.
Ma'am, the second one.
Okay.
First one. In case of the
First.
The
second
first one.
case.
First one. And we should also know why this option is correct. In this, there is no comma, so it is incorrect in the first one. And in the third one, there is no full stop, so it is incorrect. So that is why the in the first section, the second option is correct. And in the second section, the first one is correct because second वाले में capitalize नहीं किया है and third वाले में comma is missing. All right. Now we come to ellipsis. So this is all about quotation marks. Little clarity, little more clarity with what we have done today. Please let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Absolutely.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Little more clarity. Okay. So
Yes.
now we are going to start
Absolutely.
with a very, very interesting punctuation mark, जो कि हमने बहुत बार use किया होगा, but maybe थोड़ा और आज जान लेते हैं. आपने ellipsis के बारे में सुना होगा. Literature के जो हैं candidates, they would
Ma'am,
know.
a query.
What is
Query,
it?
ma'am.
Huh?
It's a query regarding the quotation marks, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like,
Please.
Yeah. In the block quotes that we have, like
Huh?
block quote
Sir?
is a quote of block quotation marks, block quotations that we take from the text, literary text. And if you're citing them, let's say in your research paper or your research PhD thesis, for example. So if you're kind of taking a block quote from some text, and if it is more than 30 words long, we do not give any kind of quotation marks for such block quotes, ma'am.
How can it be, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, actually it's
Why? I mean, through quotation marks, you are giving the credit to the speaker. The
no,
speaker
it's
has,
true, ma'am. Actually.
or the
Yeah, it's true.
writer.
Yeah.
Because these are not my words. These words are spoken by somebody or shared with by somebody or written by somebody else. So these
Yes,
are
yes.
the
For that,
quoted
for that.
words. Huh?
Okay. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course, we give the credit to the writer. Like we give,
Yes.
we give in parenthesis name of the writer and page number afterwards. After we complete the particular lines. There
Yes.
itself. So we credit the author, for taking quotation. But in the block quotes in the academic writing, we do not give any kind of double inverted commas. If it is 30 words or longer than that, and if you are writing that or citing that in a research paper or PhD thesis, ma'am, that is an MLA handbook style actually guideline.
Actually, my daughter just completed her thesis, and it has been accepted for some seminar in Paris, so international publication again. But and she's a doctor, MD, pediatrics. So um, I've this rule is something that I've not heard of. So this
Yeah,
30
it's mentioned actually,
because
ma'am.
we have
There's a
I've
book
checked her
called,
thesis.
yeah,
I've checked
there
her
is a book.
thesis, then it's gone to the heads of the department, then it's been accepted. The abstract has been accepted at international conference in Paris. So I mean, throughout the thesis, I've seen that the quotation marks have been used for the people who have shared those words and thoughts. And medical science, I mean, it may be any field. There is a lot of research going on at every one in every corner. So it just means that you are giving credit to that person, and 30 words I think is too small a limit, because 30 words, your quotations may be much longer, could be longer. Because if there's some finding or there's some analysis or there is some new concept which has cropped up or definition or anything, so they usually run into 3 to 4 lines, and 30 words would be barely 2 lines. 2 lines. I'm talking about not sentences. I'm talking about the lines on computer. So 30 words. So if the quotation is running more than 2 lines, that means no inverted commas. That is what it means, sir?
Yes, ma'am. That
Yes.
is what it
So
means.
maybe if
But
you're
we
using
still
a
give
parenthesis or something or a dash and then
parenthesis. We are using
parent,
parenthesis to give the writer the credit, along with the page number. Okay. Like
it
after the name of the writer, we give the page number of the text that we have taken the quotation
no,
from.
that absolutely I understand, but I think whatever I have seen till now, I've seen the
Now,
usage of quotation
there
marks.
is there is this book called
Parenthesis.
May I, ma'am?
Yeah, please continue, sir.
There is this book called MLA Handbook for Researchers.
Yes.
That's very popular for all of us. Like we refer that book as the Bible of research for us. And it is stated in that book only, like if it is 30 words or more than that, we call that as a block quotation mark. So we do not give any quotation mark or double inverted commas for that particular quotation. Actually, of course, we credit the author, in parenthesis as we state the name of the author and page number from the text that you have taken from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is an alternate method. I would say that would be an alternate method if somebody wants to. This alternate method, then it could be accepted, but the traditional method of crediting the quotation with speech marks is universal and universally accepted. If you do that, it wouldn't be considered wrong. It could be an option that if you wish to put it into parentheses and credit the author at the end of the quotation, that could be acceptable. But this wouldn't be wrong for sure. That is what I would like to convey. So this is the existing rule, and it is universally accepted rule, and across all all universities and all countries and all places. So this could be an alternate maybe option. So yes, sir. So, but thank you so much for sharing, sir. You are such a keen researcher and such a keen person to learn more and more with what's happening and what's the latest and what could be adopted and what all is taking place around the globe. So, I mean, that's amazing. So, thank you so much for sharing that, sir. And now we are coming. Yes, sir. Do you wish to share something? But I would just like to bring to everyone's notice that what sir is sharing could be an option, but like you have option. But the one that we are talking about, where inverted commas are credited, that is existing. It is not, it is replaced. There is no replacement कि इसको replace करके इसको accept कर लिया. वो already existing है जैसा चल रहा है. But this could be an option. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Pretty much okay.
Yes. Okay. So we go to the next one, and we are talking about ellipsis now, sir. Can anybody tell me ये क्या है और कहाँ use होते हैं? Okay, so I'll tell you, whenever in casual conversations, when you are writing something, you are sending a message to somebody, and so many times it happens that we want to express a lot, but we don't have enough words. तो वहां पे हम क्या करते हैं? I wish I could be there, and then dot dot dot. अब ये dot 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 क्या है ये? In messages you see them being used so rampantly, and sometimes I really feel if people really know what do these mean. So these are the three dots, ellipsis hai, where it means that a lot more is to be said, and there is, you know, some words have been, even in your reference to context, or if you are mentioning a quotation and you are not writing the complete quotation, तो आप क्या करते हैं? You write the existing words. Early to bed, early to rise, हमने किया था early to bed dot 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 healthy wealthy wise. So now it means that some words are omitted, और उन words, omitted words के लिए we use this sign ellipsis, punctuation mark है. So sometimes it says that the written words contain something which is not spoken but to be understood. So replacement for omitted words. What good fortune, dot, 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 that the people don't think. So what good fortune for what? So what good fortune for whoever is could be. I mean, any interpretation can be there. It is left to your imagination. It is not specified there. But we all are, you know, we can come to our own conclusions. So not specified. A pause for effect. Sometimes you want to create that dramatic moment. So you say something and then you pause, then it appeared, dot, dot, dot. What? There is some drama being created. Sometimes an unfinished thought. I know he deserved it, but you've not completed it. Now we were on our own. Dot dot dot. So आपका जब आप research करेंगे, research में आप ये use करेंगे when you are maybe using the quotations, or अगर if you don't want to write the complete quotation, or you're giving some reference at the end, or wherever you want it to be referred to as later. So you can, that incompleteness can be expressed through these three dots. And also be careful that if you're putting these three dots somewhere, it means that there is something more which is coming up. So these are not to be used randomly. Many times people just use them randomly, so that is not okay. They have a significance, they have a meaning, and we should stick to the correct usage. क्योंकि कभी हमें नहीं पता होता है तो हम कहीं भी इनको यूज कर लेते हैं, तो भाई आप कहीं भी यूज कर लेंगे तो उसका एक मीनिंग है. So only use where it is needed. Okay, so it's a punctuation mark consisting of three dots. When you're omitting a word, phrase, line, paragraph, or more from a quoted passage, then you use this. And इसमें होता क्या है कि आप less relevant matter को filter करके हटा सकते हैं, repetition हटा सकते हैं, and it is also used to show this is casual, this is informal language में, but in literature also you can do that. It shows hesitation and incompleteness, like I said. So he was without hope, and this, and the epitome of a broken heart. So that means there is a lot more which is to be spoken and which is not being said, but the implication is much, much higher. All right. So, is maybe we are going to do an exercise, and let's do that. So, जैसे ये है, what a beautiful garden it was with lots of flowers, trees, bushes, etc. Such a wonderful place. अब इतना ना बोल के, what a beautiful garden it was. Dash, dash, dot, dot, dot. Such a wonderful place. So, left, rest is left to the imagination. या तो आप उसे specify करिए या आप इसको इसके through छोड़ दीजिए. All right, is this clear? I know I saw my key somewhere, but of course in research, if you are writing,
Yes,
आपने randomly use कर लिया, तो it is not, it has to have some relevance to what you are expressing. So I'm not sure what to do. Never leave. Sometimes I have seen people using it without knowing the significance, and then it is just cross, cross, cross. So we can sometimes हम जो phrases होते हैं, अब भाई हम लिखने में कैसे करेंगे? So I will be doing an exercise. कभी-कभी क्या होता है? Infinitive phrases. Infinitive phrases, when the meaning is clear, we can avoid it completely. So, जैसे for example, although Mary has tried hard to stop smoking, she hasn't been able to stop smoking. को फिर से लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. She hasn't been able to. भी stop कर सकते हैं. It is understood. After most verbs which are followed by 2 plus infinitive, such as forget, ask, and promise, we can omit 2. Did you buy the presents? I forgot. So I forgot to buy the presents की जरूरत नहीं है. I forgot is enough. आपने बाकी का omit कर दिया. तो ये आपको लिखने में बड़ा काम आएगा, क्योंकि it will avoid repetition. And फिर वो repetition बार बार होगा तो boring हो जाएगा ना. It'll, so let's do this exercise. Very simple exercise. You have to just choose the correct option.
The first, he did not want.
He
He
didn't
did
want.
not want.
He did not want to.
The first one.
Want to.
Actually क्या
What
होता है
one?
ना, whenever we want something, तो noun, usually noun आता है, he wanted a new shirt even though his brother didn't want. So, but यहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है? Did his homework, मतलब कुछ काम करने के लिए. So Harish did his homework even though he didn't want to work. है ना, want to work. To आएगा तो. बट ये बहुत आपको समझना पड़ेगा. He didn't want से, क्योंकि दो implications हो सकते हैं. You may want a new computer, you may want a laptop. तो इसलिए to को specify करना पड़ेगा कि भाई यहाँ पे to का मतलब work है. और कहीं कहीं नहीं, मतलब इसके बिना भी गाड़ी चल जाती है. तो let's see how. Abhijit sir, do you wish to say something?
No, 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 madam.
Okay. So we should know what is right, and we should also know why this is not acceptable. जो acceptable है वो तो पता ही होना चाहिए. जो नहीं acceptable है वो भी क्यों acceptable नहीं है वो भी पता होना चाहिए. Okay. So she said she could use a computer, but it was obvious that she couldn't. Absolutely. You
Couldn't.
can't repair your car today, but tomorrow
We can.
we can. You don't work as hard as
You.
You should.
you should. Yes. I don't know if I'll pass all my exams, but
I hope.
I hope.
But I hope to.
I hope to.
But I hope to. Okay? But I hope to.
Second option.
I didn't.
I
I
didn't.
didn't. क्यों didn't क्यों आएगा, haven't क्यों नहीं आएगा? We should know what is acceptable, and we should also know what is not acceptable and why. I'll tell you the reason. I could have gone to university is the past tense of can. Can का past tense क्या होता है? Past perfect tense. It is I can do this, I could do that, I could have done it. है ना? तो वो past perfect में है, तो हम यहाँ पे haven't तो नहीं कर सकते past perfect के साथ, तो we'll have to do I didn't. I could have gone to the university. That means it's in the past, but I didn't. Okay. Yes. Next.
He didn't mean to.
Mean to.
Mean to.
Absolutely correct. She should get the job, but she
won't.
हाँ.
She won't.
अभी यहाँ पे didn't क्यों नहीं आएगा? क्योंकि should is in the present tense. अगर ये होता she should have got the job, but she didn't. She should get the job, but she won't. Present tense.
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
Doesn't. Yes. Varun?
He would.
He would.
He would.
He would.
Varun didn't do well in the exams. He was sure he would. Yes. Past tense. Yes. Okay. So parenthesis, sir, what you were talking about. So most common punctuation mark है हमारा ये. Whenever we are giving extra information, तो हमारा वहाँ पे parenthesis आ जाता है. तो आपका quotation भी अगर I don't know if quotation is extra information, because quotation is something which is very, very significant and an integral part of your writing. So that was the reason why I thought that it should be in the converted commas, but maybe it is something which is complementing, I mean, which is additional, then maybe it could be in the parenthesis. So आपकी extra information हमेशा parenthesis में आती है. Sam, the boy from school, helped me with homework. तो आप यहाँ पे dash भी लगा सकते हैं. Divya, ma'am, do you want to ask something? You've just raised your hand.
Ma'am, maybe you've just initiated the slide. Here we see that the parentheses are of two types. Here we have a square parenthesis.
Okay.
So I wanted to know the difference.
No, there's no difference. That's just, I mean, it can be any parenthesis. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it is a proper noun, so that might be
No.
the reason. No, that isn't. Okay, ma'am.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for such keen observation. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have to be
I
more
just
careful.
overdid. I just overdid.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. That just shows the level of concentration that you are putting into this. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, Sam.
Ma'am, I think the square parenthesis.
Huh?
Ma'am, I think the square parenthesis can be used where in places like we you have to put some sub information inside the square parenthesis in the form of these circular parenthesis marks. Like in mathematical equations, all we do,
Yes.
like first we use the
Yes.
square parenthesis marks, and inside them, if we are having small equations, they can be put into the circular parenthesis marks.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, very correct. So anyway, so we are coming back to the topic. So this is the extra information. The children won their baseball game. It was exciting. Again, exclamation hai, to it has to really come with a lot of excitement. And then this, अब ये parenthesis क्योंकि ये extra information है, you can also use dash there and you can also use comma there. Sam, comma, the boy from school, comma, help me with my homework. है ना? So if you remove the information that is inside the parenthesis, the sentence must still make sense. तो वो extra information है. It cannot be an integral part of the sentence जो आपने parenthesis में कर दिया और उसको हटा दिया तो sentence ही आपका incomplete हो गया. That is something you have to bear in mind. So Jenny invited you to her birthday party, and Jenny, the girl, Jenny has invited you, it should have been. So Jenny invited you to her birthday party next week. Okay, because without this information also we can do. I'm going to Mumbai next week with Rashmi, who is my friend. Again, it's additional information. Hata diya, to bhi it will make no difference to the meaning of the sentence. Dash. So hyphen and dash we've been talking about. So dash separates words into parenthetical statements. तो या तो आप इसको after a split second of hesitation, the second baseman leaped for the ball. ये आप parenthesis में कीजिए और you can just put a dash there. So जैसे यहाँ भी है Sam, the boy from school, you can just put a dash there. The children won their baseball game. Dash, it was exciting भी हो सकता है. She, Rita के लिए नहीं हो सकता. So dash can be there for this. Dash is, फिर मैंने आपको ये भी बताया था colon and dash. Could somebody please mute? I think there's some disturbance. Yeah, thank you so much. Dash is more emphatic than colon, but less formal. So he's afraid of two things. Colon भी आ सकता है और dash भी आ सकता है. So parenthesis and dash कहाँ कहाँ आएगा? Span of time or a range of numbers. Then आपका 101 to 181 ये hyphen नहीं है, ये dash है ना? Time duration के लिए dash है. Year के लिए dash है. So we should be careful about this. Italics, of course, we are using when we want special attention to, we want to draw some special attention to a particular word or phrase. So it can be foreign word or technical word, unfamiliar words. Italics and underlining can be changed interchangeably, but do not use both at the same time. All right, this is very simple, italics. Acha, numerals. How should you be writing numerals? Numerals में, thank you so much. आपके 1 to 9 को spell out करना चाहिए. So 3 samples were considered for further testing. And large numbers को, ये तो I'm sure everyone knows this. It could be a major distraction. So cost $10,416 की जगह we can just write in numericals. And use numerals for numbers from 0 to 9 that are followed by a precise unit of measurement. तो अगर हम खाली 3 samples लिख रहे हैं तो that is a general unit. Samples तो general होगा. पर अगर मैं 3 centimeters लिख रही होती, then I have to write 3 in numbers, numerical. ये देखिए ये इतना rule है and I'm sure many may not be
Ma'am?
aware. Yes.
Ma'am, in the first line, ranging from 1 to 9, N is in capital, and these 3 samples, T is not capitalized. I think it should be capitalized, no?
Where 0 to 9? Numbers are
1
not
to 9.
numbers are not capitalized. Numbers and
Uh,
colors are not
um,
capitalized.
Ma'am, N is capitalized in the first line, no? 9.
Acha, sorry. That is a mistake. This three should not be capitalized. The level of observation is really awesome. So numbers are not capitalized and colors are not capitalized. So this 3 is good enough in small
Okay.
letters.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
But
Yes.
अगर यहाँ पे unit आ जाता, centimeters आ जाता या 3 feet आ जाता, then this 3 would change to 3 in numericals. Okay. So the samples measured 7 centimeter in diameter. So centimeter is a unit of measurement. So we are not writing 7 in numbers here. We are writing 7 in numericals. All right. And large numbers जो आपके 10 and above होंगे, they are written as numerals. So if the number is rounded or estimated, spell it out. 400 million people. And be consistent. हमने जो वो sentence किया था कि भाई आपने शुरू किया कि एक तो 0 to 9 का नंबर है और एक 11 से 10 से ऊपर का नंबर है, तो एक न्यूमरल में लिख दिया, एक वर्ड्स में लिख दिया. नो, बी कंसिस्टेंट. सो या तो आप 7 and 13 करिए, both in numerals, or otherwise do both in words. Okay. So ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि 0 to 9 हमने numericals में लिख दिया and 9 के ऊपर we are writing in words. Whatever you are following, be consistent. Okay. So 75,000 ये hyphen आ गया हमारा. अगर 19th century, then when use words for any number that is used to start a sentence with the exception of years. अगर आप 19th century कर रहे हैं या 75,000, ये नंबर के लिए आप ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते 15 new fiction. You will have to write 15 in words. And there were 15 new fiction, ये आपका बीच में आ गया, तो you can write in numericals. और जब आप year से शुरू करेंगे तो you will write year in numericals. Okay. Decades and centuries are usually spelled out. So 50s आप उनको words में लिखिए, and if you are referring to a specific year, then please write the year. Then if you are writing two numbers, then अगर आप ऐसे लिखेंगे 12 4-year-old, तो अब 12 भी और 4 भी, तो there'll be confusion. ये this truly happens in writings. We sometimes do not realize it, but ये हो जाता है. So अगर two numericals आ रहे हैं तो एक को words में कर दीजिए और एक को numbers में रहने दीजिए. या तो 12 4-year-old ऐसे कीजिए या फिर 12 4-year-old ऐसे कीजिए. Correct options को देखिए. Don't write the incorrect option. All right. Numbers and decimals में आपका numerals में ही करेंगे हमेशा, because that will bring in clarity and accuracy. So the circulation of library materials increased by 4.5% in 2015. Not this way. It is always in numericals. Percentage. 45% of the workforce is employed and 6% is in agriculture. पर अगर आप percentage से शुरू कर रहे हैं तो आप इनको शब्दों में लिखिए 13%, फिर आप नंबर से मत शुरू कीजिए. Okay, so any time starting with a number is not advisable. So the writing process may first you will be collecting all your information, then you are drafting, organizing your ideas, deciding in which order to present your information, then outlining, then rewriting, editing, revising and proofreading. ये सब चीजें आप ध्यान में रखिएगा. तो जो हमारा इसका theory part है, we have almost completed. Now we will take a 5-minute break. Preeti ma'am, you are there? Hello, Preeti ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am, yes.
after the break, so after the break, we will practice the
Practice
some of the
questions.
questions. Yes. Okay. So we will take a 5-minute break, and then after the break, we will practice some sample questions. And I'm sure you all are going to do very, very well. So thank you so much for now. I'll just get back to the previous slide, and we will do the questions, sample questions after this. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am,
we'll
yes.
take a 5-minute break, Preeti ma'am.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Okay, so we will meet at 12:39. Thank you so much. Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
So you can see the screen, the questions on the screen. आप अपने आप जैसे आपके हिसाब से जो भी correct option है A, B, C, D, you can just write question number 1, option, whatever is correct according to you.
Ma'am, can you maximize the screen?
Is it not clear? It is maximized.
मैम थोड़ा मैक्सिमाइज कर लीजिए, नीचे से राइट बॉटम कॉर्नर में आपको प्लस साइन दिखेगा. यस. हाँ, और अभी थोड़ा सा स्क्रॉल कर लीजिए, मतलब वो यूनिट 5 का कॉलम नहीं दिखा तो भी चल जाएगा.
अभी दिख रहा है क्या?
यस मैम, इट इज नाउ विजिबल. पार्टिसिपेंट्स आपको दिख रही है स्क्रीन प्रॉपरली? ओके.
Yes, ma'am.
यस.
It's 160%.
जब आपका हो जाएगा 6 क्वेश्चंस, तब आप मैडम को बताइए, मतलब मैडम उसको स्क्रॉल डाउन करेंगे.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
6 questions done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I'll just scroll down 3, say, niche. 4 to 9. Is this okay?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we go to
Done, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
done.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
हॅलो सर कुठे आहे तुम्ही मी इकडे कधी येणार आहे लवकर ये जा बरं चलो
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt. Actually, there was some network issues, so my connection got lost. I joined B again. What is to be done, ma'am? This-
Okay, you've joined late.
Yes,
So
connection was lost actually.
these are the sample questions that we are practicing. The questions are
Yes.
given and the options are given. You have to just choose the correct option, name the question and choose the correct option. We will tally the answers after everyone is done. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm done.
Okay. So we'll just wait for sir to complete.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. I've scored.
Yes, done, ma'am.
Okay. Just
Yes, done, ma'am.
okay.
ती कशाची करताय? नाही मी भाजी करणार नाही आता. तर काही भाजीला तर फोडणीचं वरण करा.
Done, ma'am.
Yes, done, ma'am.
Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am. वैसे तो बहुत क्रूशियल भी है
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we do the answers?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So I'm sure you all must have got the answers right. You've been so attentive and vigilant. So the first one is I need to buy some.
Ma'am,
Stationery.
D.
The fourth option
Stationery.
D is the right option.
Yes, D.
One D,
D.
stationary ERY,
D.
because ERY stands for something which is not moving. Okay. The second question is on syllables. So which one
Ma'am,
is
A.
the
First one.
A.
First
The
one.
first
A.
one?
A.
A.
Yes. Quotation mark is used.
Ma'am, C. Third one.
Both.
Both the
Both.
options are
Third
correct.
one.
Are correct.
Yes.
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 Correct.
C is the right answer. Word division.
Ma'am, last one. D.
All three
All
options are correct.
three options are correct. We do not divide one syllable word. We do not divide proper nouns, and it helps to bring clarity. Then it is used to link words together.
Hyphen.
Hyphen. Hyphen.
Hyphen.
Hyphen links
Hyphen.
words
Yes.
together. It is used to distinguish certain words from others within the text.
Ma'am, C.
Both the
C.
options are
C.
correct.
C, ma'am. Both
Underlining
options are correct.
italics. Yes. It is used at the end of all direct questions.
Ma'am, A. Question mark.
Question mark.
Question mark.
Yes.
Yes. It is used to divide hour from the minute in writing time in
Ma'am,
English.
Comma.
Colon.
Ma'am, colon.
Colon. C. Colon, madam.
Colon, colon, colon,
Yes.
colon. 7, then colon and 30. Colon. Not semicolon, not comma, it's colon. The most common use in English for contraction of a word is
Ma'am, apostrophe. 9 D.
apostrophe. Apostrophe. Yes. It is used to express surprise, astonishment, or others'
Ma'am, B.
confusion.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
Yes. It is used to separate the whole number from decimal in writing.
Ma'am, B.
Colon.
No,
Period.
it's full
Period.
stop.
A, madam.
Full
Period.
stop.
First.
The other name
Period.
for full
Period.
stop is period. Full stop.
Period. Period.
Period. Full stop.
Jesus.
So period is the other name for full stop. It is used. I think we did it in a hurry. So It is used to separate the whole number from decimal in writing. It is used for abbreviations. It is used at the end of a sentence, and it is used to separate the whole number from decimal in writing. Bona fide means
Genuine.
Genuine.
genuine, genuine.
C.
Ma'am,
It
can
is
you
used-
elaborate the 11th question, ma'am, please?
Which one?
11th. I'm finding it slightly difficult, actually. Confusing.
Yes, sir. You're confused in the 11th one?
Yeah, slightly.
Okay. So I'll just go back to the slide. Just a minute. Just give me a second. I'll just share my slide.
Yes.
Just closed the slide. So just a second. I'll just go to.
Yeah, maybe later. Maybe we can continue later. You can explain, ma'am.
Yes, we can later connect. We can go to it later.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So full stop, the other name for full stop is period, and that is why full stop हम वो जो dot करते हैं ना, I remember कि हम dot हमने बोला भी था, that dot is the full stop or period which is used in the whole numbers, which is used to separate the whole numbers from decimal in writing. Okay, it is used when omitting a word, phrase, line from a passage.
Ellipsis.
Ellipsis. Yes.
Ellipsis.
The dash is awesome.
Weather.
What's the
Weather.
spelling?
Ma'am,
Spelling?
first
A,
one.
A is the correct.
First.
Yes. Faux pas, meaning
Social blunder.
A.
blunder, social blunder. Yes. Bon voyage, what does it mean?
Ma'am, B, have a nice
Have a
trip.
nice day.
Have a nice trip.
Have a nice.
Question mark,
It is used when
Ma'am, C,
A.
both options
C,
are
C,
correct.
both the options are correct.
C.
Yes.
What a strong woman, choose the correct punctuation.
Ma'am,
First.
A,
A.
first one.
First, exclamation. Semicolon,
Ma'am, D.
D. D.
D, only first and third options are correct. Dash are punctuation marks that are used in writing to show where quotation begins and ends.
D.
D, madam. All
D.
three.
D, the fourth
options are
option.
correct.
All three options are same.
Correct.
How shocking.
Ma'am, C.
C,
Third.
exclamatory mark.
D, the exclamation mark. Choose the correct option. I'm going home and I won't return.
Ma'am, A.
A,
A
first option.
is the correct option. Used for first letter in a sentence, names of persons, holidays, weeks, and
Ma'am,
months.
A.
Capital letter.
Capital letters.
A.
Choose the correct option.
Ma'am, B.
B.
Ma'am,
B,
B. Second one.
B.
Second one,
Second
absolutely.
one.
A ship's captain is an example
Ma'am,
of
first. A.
Possessive.
possessive
Apostrophe.
apostrophe. The punctuation mark for parenthesis
Ma'am,
is
A.
first one. First one.
Round bracket.
We can start a sentence with a numeral.
Ma'am, D. Last one.
Yes, we should not start a sentence with a numeral. Yes. The meaning of modus operandi.
B.
B.
A.
Second.
B. Method of operation.
Method of operating.
Method of operating. Master of operation to ho nahi sakta. Method of operating. What's your modus operandi? Which punctuation mark is used for compound numbers up to 99?
Hyphen.
Hyphen.
Hyphen. Compound numbers, compound words, hyphen. Which spelling is correct?
One.
Third one.
C.
First.
Ma'am,
This
C.
you can see on the
C.
screens, yes. Which punctuation mark is used to introduce a list?
Ma'am, B.
Colon B.
Colon. Choose the correct option.
Ma'am, C.
C.
Ma'am, C.
C.
Second.
C.
Second. B is correct. I like to
B.
say right.
B. Correct.
Ma'am, C.
C.
C. Third
C,
correct.
ma'am.
Both the options are correct. The first one is correct because there are two independent clauses joined with a semicolon. And the second option is correct because there is one verb, one subject and two verbs. तो कल मैंने बताया था ना कि अगर one subject and two verbs हैं, then no comma is needed. Or
But ma'am, when the subjects are same, so we will not repeat the subject. So that's why we will not repeat I like here because that is a common subject and verb. They're common, so we will not repeat them. So instead, we
yes,
will write I like to read and write. This is accurate.
yes. But if we say, suppose if somebody is repeating, I like to read and I like to write, somebody is saying like this, then the semicolon, or if you are using and, then there should be a comma before that. Because complete independent clauses are there too. So both the options are correct. That is why C is the correct answer. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Choose the correct option.
Ma'am, B.
That
B.
is very clear.
B.
Which punctuation mark is used at 8 o'clock?
Ma'am,
Apostrophe.
The
A.
apostrophe.
Hey,
First letter in a quotation should be never capitalized.
Ma'am, C.
False.
False.
C.
False.
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 Yes. So I think you all have done very well. You have almost got all the answers correct. And if you have any doubts, any questions, any feedback you would like to share regarding the sessions, we can do that. And sir, the question that you had, I'll just go back to that slide.
Yes.
Just a minute, sir. Just share. I'll just share this.
Okay, ma'am.
Can you see the screen? I'll
Yes.
just
No,
go
it's
to
not.
the slide on independent clauses, comma, 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 colon, where is full stop? Full stop we did yesterday, right? Here it is.
Ma'am, can you repeat the last answer? I could not hear.
Which one? Just a minute,
Last
let me
35.
just let me complete.
is the answer.
Please, okay, thank you.
Okay,
And please tell me the answer of 15 number question. 15 number.
what is the question?
It is first one.
Social blunder. A.
Option
Social
is
blunder.
Okay.
Why is
First,
social
na?
blunder?
First.
First one.
Yeah, first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Question number 10
Yes.
answer.
Thank you.
Question
Okay,
number
sir,
3
if
answer.
10 is B. 10 is B.
B for boy.
Yeah.
Or and 13.
13th is A.
First one.
ma'am, we will just go back to questions. I just wanted to revise this slide, sir. You can see here it's full stop or period. That means the other name for full stop is a period. Full stop is used for closing the sentence at the end of the sentence. Then a point has been made and you are about to move on further. So that's at the end of the sentence. It is also used in abbreviation and as a decimal point. So the question was, what is used at the end of the decimal point? So the answer would be full stop or period. Full stop is not the option given there, so period would be the correct option. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir? Okay, I have my, the question paper is here. If there's any confusion regarding any question, you can ask me now. Which question number 10, ma'am was saying? The answer is exclamation mark, answer B. Any other question?
Answer. Question number 27 answer.
Huh?
Question
Sir,
number
could you be
27
louder?
answer. D.
Should I repeat the answers? Is everyone okay with the answers, or should I just quickly repeat?
Question number 27, ma'am.
Okay, question number 27 is,
D.
we can start a sentence with a numeral? No, we cannot start a sentence with a numeral, so it's a false. Whenever there's a numeral, then we have to change it to words. The general rule is we cannot start. The exception is when there is a year. But वो भी year से कभी शुरू नहीं होता. We usually say in the year 2008 or in the year this. Okay, so the first one, I'll just quickly repeat. The answer is 4th, then the answer is first. Then should I repeat the answers or you all are done with this?
All done, ma'am.
All are done with this, right? Okay, so I will stop sharing this. And any confusion, any questions? Okay, my video is not on. So sorry. Okay. Anything you wish to ask? Yes, Pankaj sir, do you wish to ask something? I can see your hand is raised here.
No, ma'am. Done work.
Okay, okay. So, do you have any feedback or anything to share regarding the session or any new learnings that you would like to share?
फ्रेंड्स मैडम के यहाँ पे सारे लेक्चर्स खत्म होते हैं, मतलब अपना एक यूनिट खत्म हो गया है, यूनिट नंबर 5। तो ये पूरे यूनिट में से 8 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे। आप लोगों को कुछ डाउट होगा तो पूछिए, कल से फिर मैडम नहीं है अपने साथ मतलब कोर्स में। Yes, if you want madam's personal number, I can share with you in our WhatsApp group. But if you have any doubt, आप अभी क्लियर कर लीजिए, मतलब आपके फाइनल एग्जाम के लिए जो भी प्रिपरेशन करना है आपको, आप वो कर सकते हैं।
Yes.
ठीक है।
और you can also share आपको sessions में क्या
Yes,
क्या
if you
कुछ
wish
नया-
to give your feedback related to all the 9 lectures of Divya ma'am, you can share your feedback. Please tell
सर
me
ने
question
लिखा
number
है
27 and 30th
27 and
question.
30.
Yes.
प्रीति मैम, आपका वॉइस ब्रेक भी हो रहा है और वाइब्रेशन की तरह फीलिंग आ रही है।
Just a minute.
सर 27 अच्छा हमने अभी डिस्कस कर लिया। ये 30 का which spelling is correct is WRITING. The correct option is option C. सर आपके क्वेश्चंस आंसर हो गए? क्वेश्चन नंबर 27 and 30?
नहीं 30 का हो गया है,
Yes.
27 का नहीं।
Can't hear sir.
27 का पूछ रहे मैम। 27
27 में था, we should not start, it was something to do with numeral.
D, ma'am.
D is the answer.
D is the answer. We can start a sentence with a numeral. No, false है ये sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And 30 का answer is, just a minute, let me just go back to the question.
3
C
WRITIN.
is the correct answer for question number 30. Any other questions?
कुछ
Yeah.
क्वेश्चन है तो पूछिए, और if you
Which
want to give your
questions?
feedback.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, if you can share the PPT with us, because ma'am, going back with the videos, it really takes time. So because many things are missing, in the PPT which is shown
Yes, ma'am.
on website.
And we are
So
like
it really
good
takes
2
time
and 3
to go
hours of
through video.
videos.
मैडम
Yeah.
कैसे है ना, पीपीटी बहुत लेंदी है, एक तो वो मैडम के जीमेल से मेरे पास आएगा नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज हैविंग लॉट ऑफ इमेजेस एंड ऑल। बेसिक कंटेंट्स तो मैडम ने प्रीवियस वाले पीपीटी में ऑलरेडी शेयर किए हैं। And
Ma'am,
worksheets,
a lot of material which is put up on the site, ma'am, they are actually not updated, and going back to these videos
जो
is
अपडेटेड चीजें है ना
cumbersome.
मैम, जो अपडेटेड चीजें वो आपको रनिंग नोट्स में निकालने हैं ना। अभी हर बैच में अगर रिसोर्स पर्सन पीपीटी शेयर करेंगे तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है। बेसिक जो आइडिया है कंटेंट की वो तो पीपीटी में दिया है, और आप लोग वीडियोस तो पूरे ही 3-3 घंटे के रिकॉर्ड हो रहे हैं। मैंने सेफर साइड उसको ब्रेक भी किया है 1.5 घंटे का, तो आपको वीडियो तो रन करके देखना ही पड़ेगा, ये तो मेहनत लेनी पड़ेगी ना। ठीक
Yes.
है, चलिए मैडम रुकते हैं यहाँ पे।
Yes.
So,
Yes.
on behalf of all the participants and HRSA Nagpur, I extend my thanks to Divya Lakhera madam for all the sessions and completing the all aspects of unit number 5, that is mechanics of writing. Thank you so much madam.
Thank you so much, and good wishes to all the participants for writing fabulous thesis research. आपकी
Yes.
बहुत बहुत अच्छी हो।
Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am.
It has really been amazing interacting with everyone. You've been so enthusiastic, so observant, and